the old lady.
Yeah, and no new signings in this 11. I think the big question, though, is where will Cristiano Ronaldo line up? Sarri came out in the press conference, said he'll play on the left, but expect it to be, when it is full strength, Ronaldo taking up a much more central position in this stage of his career. But plenty of talent in that midfield. Pjanic as well will be getting most of the service in the midfield.
Gianluigi Buffon, including Troy Parrott, the 17-year-old Irish striker who's going to lead the line.
He's been referred to as the new Robbie Keane. There's a lot of hope for Parrott. He's been very prolific at the under levels and plenty of technique and pace. But Walker Peters as well, what a big moment for him. Kieran Trippier going off to La Liga. So it's basically a right-back by committee at the moment.
Mauricio in the second half. All set for action, just 24 hours on from Inter against Manchester United in the same venue. Away we go. North London against North Italy. And that's the full-back role. Another steal away and another chance for Heung-min Son to make his mark. Son! But Buffon had the angles worked out at the near post.
Yeah, Son was just making the run past the final defender, and it's so difficult to man-mark him because he can go either right side, left, comfortable using either foot. And Blaise Matuidi there, he gets caught in possession. Sometimes a little bit clumsy when he does get the ball. And right here, Bonucci, he's trying to force him to the outside, but Son does have the narrowest angle.
Giorgio. Outside of the foot, cross touched on, Son on the turn. Well, that was another cohesive build-up by Tottenham.
Yeah, and Son moving really close there.
7. The closest to the Turin Giants. And that gave him 35 Serie A titles. They've got it. Oh, I thought he'd nicked it away, and still the chance might be on. Well, it's last-ditch defending to deny Ronaldo. And Zukic making a nuisance of himself.
And who gets caught here in possession. It's good pressure from Juventus when Spurs trying to build out from the back. I thought Ronaldo maybe could have taken that one first time, incredibly enough. And you expect him at least to put it in between the pipes, don't you? With his talent. And that's what Cancelo can do going forward. He was a winger back in his days at Valencia, converted to fullback.
Switch of play from Cancelo to the far side. Blaise Matuidi. It's a giveaway. And another pick-off by Spurs. They have 4-on-3 here. Can they utilize it? Son still has it. Oh, good save from Buffon! And the follow-up from Lamela. And Spurs have the breakthrough. Their numerical advantage paying off despite the best efforts of Gianluigi Buffon.
And this stemming from sloppiness in the Juve midfield. And credit Son just patiently. He didn't rush his effort here. Parrott does well to play it out to Son, but right here, just waiting for that run to come to the outside. Rugani's right in front of him, doesn't really have an angle to shoot himself, and he just picks it to the outside for Parrott. And then Buffon leaves it on the doorstep. Great patience here from Son, and from this position, Parrott just trying to go across goal to the bottom corner. And Buffon just leaves it for an easy tap-in for Lamela, but Juve have to be better in possession. It was a cheap giveaway. And on the counter, Spurs are efficient, absolutely ruthless. That was a good save from Buffon, though. Parrott's shot was going into that bottom corner.
Third year, the former Fiorentina man. Only 2 goals last year, after 5 in his first season at Turin. That's targeting Mandzukic. Well, he really couldn't generate any velocity on the header.
Just leading back slightly. This time he's going up against Tanganga, the center back. It's an excellent delivery there from his offering Eriksson quite a great weekly contract. What was it, £200,000 a week?
Well, that remains the big question for them, isn't it? Is it going to be with or without Christian Eriksen? The same cross comes in, and Ronaldo, well, by his very lofty standards indeed, that was a exceedingly presentable opportunity.
Crossing from either side's been brilliant. Both Cancelo putting in some very good balls. This time it comes from Blaise Matuidi. He had 2 options, and this is something we saw last season. Ronaldo and good athlete as well, technical, can play in front of the defense, really can fill any role in the midfield, and he'll really be useful.
Oh, Higuain the target. Be interesting to see how they handle all the attacking firepower they have at their disposal. Talking of attacking firepower, this is Lamela. Oh, and Lucas Moura trying to get on the end of it, seemed to be clipped. The referee not having any of it.
Oh, VAR, you wonder if that's another one that's going to get taken. There was Deshillo reaching in. Good pass from Lamela, and from behind, does he just get the ball first? And maybe the trailing light just catching the shot.
That Sarri's system in Turin will feature Ronaldo centrally. This is a run from Bernardeschi that's, again, foul of the flag. Do you see it unfolding that way, Matteo? Ronaldo down the middle?
I'm going to go based on what Sarri said in his press conference of the players he wants to focus on. He said that Douglas Costa still has to unlock a big part of his game, that he sees him being potentially world. Dybala is one of the best players in the league, so maybe Dybala on the right, Costa on the left, and Ronaldo down the middle.
It's Juventus doing the early attacking here, and Gazzaniga in the end, a fairly comfortable take for the Argentine keeper. Bernardeschi sits.
It's one of the first times Gazzaniga has been called into question, and Bernardeschi always wants this on his left foot. He found that channel.
Had to be very patient, Gazzaniga, as Lucas Moura winds his way through. Oh, that was a scintillating drive from the Brazilian, just wide.
Stemming from the no-look pass from Oliver Skip. 18 years young. Goes for the no-look, plays it on to Lucas. Even if he does try to hit it first time, certainly has the skill to be able to put it on target. Just has been plagued by those ankle injuries recently. Hope he can stay healthy long term.
Yeah, missed a big chunk of the last couple of months of the campaign, didn't he? Harry Kane. Oh, Higuain, and equalises! Well, he still has that unerring nose for goal. Gonzalo Higuain hauling Juventus level.
Oh, it's a Higuain special, this. Out of every area on the pitch, it's there on the edge of the box where he's such a lethal finisher. Finally back with Juventus. By all accounts, he was so hurt when Juventus let him go. Wanted to stay on the team after they signed Ronaldo, and now he's back. Is this going to breathe the life that he needs to get back to his very best? That is an excellent finish. And at the near post there, you think the goalkeeper should have it covered, but it really is a perfect finish after the give and go with Bernardeschi, just leading it on into space to Higuain. He hits it.
Lamela's cross, oh, and Kane rising to meet it. Well, the Juventus defenders remained earthbound as Harry Kane was in the air.
It's a good ball, this is. And it's Bonucci the closest to him. Doesn't even rise up to meet it. Kane goes over the top of the Bonucci, and from that position, you really...
Combination on the far side, Rabiot playing his first minutes in this Juventus team as Deshillo gets the outside, and Ronaldo tucks it home, and Juventus in the space of 3 minutes have turned this game around, and it's their leading man who provides a sparkling finish.
So many static players at the back for Spurs. We've seen several times Ronaldo's basically ventured into the box unmarked. And credit to Deshillo for picking out the right pass. Look up, sees where Higuain is. There's a lot of separation here. And look at Cristiano Ronaldo, who's picking him up. All the defenders are backtracking, sticking with the run from Higuain and Bernardeschi. And someone's got to be on the most dangerous man on the pitch. It's far too easy for Juve now.
May have taken a significant 20-year-old midfielder. So Something for the Spurs fans to feast their eyes on in this final half an hour. Perhaps the new midfield, and Ndombele involved immediately. Well, how about that for a start? And Lucas Moura applying the finish. Now this is turning into some game in Singapore. And Ndombele, with almost his first touch, setting up Lucas Moura for the equaliser.
Oh, you have to love it. He's just come on seconds ago. Wins the ball back, and his first pass is an assist. Love finding that diagonal run into the box from Lucas. Justice seems to be onside, being kept on by the fullback, Teixeira. And it's a lovely, considerate pass, perfectly into stride. Looks up, no hesitation.
Here's Harry Kane. Bayern Munich and AC Milan was that game I was telling you about. Oh, the shot is just around the corner. How about that? And Ndombele.
How about that? 2 touches, an assist already, and a near goal. Gonna pick out that bottom corner at the far post, side-footed. He's got loads of room, no one near him. Kane picks him out. And he's just trying to curl that one in.
Adventurous crossfield ball, which is retrieved by Marsh. Now Lucas Moura on the turn, and still,
brilliant.
But De Ligt wasn't being fooled, and he gets the plaudits from Szczesny.
And I thought maybe De Ligt went to ground a bit early, but he's still looking away from Lucas, who was twisting and turning. He's so difficult to mark. Lucas with his trickery, his quickness as well, off the line.
Not under new ownership, new American ownership. Can they get in the mix at all? That cross comes in.
Well, they just had to avoid relegation, the final match day of the season, Fiorentina. So obviously for them under new owner Rocco Commisso, holding on to their stars.
Can Atalanta do what they did last year again? They were so good to watch last year.
Well, this boy's getting a bit lucky, isn't he?
Yeah. It's off by Moussa Sissoko, who sets off on a storming run. Harry Kane going for goal at just the wrong side of Szczesny's far post. The two of them used to lock horns in the North London derby fairly often.
Yeah, and here another chance to see Kane one-on-one against De Ligt. Well, he wants him to go to the outside, and cutting in. Kane on his left foot. He can still strike the ball with his weaker foot. And it's not a bad... Fans will be pleasantly surprised with Rabiot. He's been able to play everywhere with PSG alongside superstars, can venture forward, can play in front of the defense. And...
Oh, it's opened up here for Higuain, and he doesn't miss many of those. And he knows it.
It's a good run, just holding it, trying to stay in line with the final defender. Then he's able to peel away. There's a massive hole on the left side of the Spurs defense. And it's the youngster there, Noah Trapp. Really liking from Troy Parrott, and just looking him up before the game. Everyone in Ireland's really high on him. Obviously the comparisons to Robbie Keane, but even in the Spurs team, a lot of the coaching staff who watch him daily say that this kid is going to be the real deal.
Now Harry Kane spotting him off his line, and how about that? Unbelievable from Harry Kane. Szczesny stranded, and Kane from downtown Singapore seems to have won it for Spurs.
Oh, it's the most emphatic winner that he could ever dream of. Are you kidding me? In the final seconds of the game, and Harry Kane meant this one. A first toss Szczesny off of his line. Rabiot just gets caught in possession. It's won back by Lucas, a little toe poke away, and then the first time instinctive effort from the halfway line. That is really something unbelievable from Harry Kane. Looping over the top of Szczesny.
Caught Szczesny out, caught the cameraman out as well. He wasn't expecting it. Szczesny wasn't expecting it. We've had the 4 minutes.